everyone! Just have to wait for the ads to run. It's a jolly good idea putting them on at the beginning, because then there's no pre-roll for an hour. I totally stole that idea from Miki, but you know, it's a good idea. So yeah. So, hello Leaky. You were literally, as I started, you hit redeem. That was impressively quick. And also hi to the Veneer system, Sir Khalid, and myself for the unlocking of the daily Chivos. And Scarface! You joined chat ages ago. Well, I actually went live on time. So, you know, this is a big plus for me. I decided that, well, there's another act. There's 3 acts of Stray Gods. We have 1 left. We may as well finish this today because I've got a creaky voice. No, I didn't have a creaky voice literally before I started speaking. So, it's a good thing I decided we're doing the one where they mostly sing and I mostly go, this is not as catchy as I thought it would be, but I'm still really enjoying the story. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're gonna do more Stray Gods, and also what have I jammed my finger into this time? It hurts. Okay, we're recording. I'm on the right scene. Hi everyone. I washed my hair this morning and it has gone all kinds of floofy. So please ignore the fact that I look like I stuck my finger in an electric socket. And I put my tea in the wrong place, but I shall get that when I need it. Okay, so...
I'm sorry it came to this.
Okay. TLDR, Grace, who you can just see their head down there, is a muse. She didn't start out as a muse. She got gifted the Edaron of... I don't love a floofy Joe. Yeah, it's because I asked for it to be shorter, and it is shorter. I just should have asked for a little bit more width off. I'll dye it red again, and then I can make it less floofy. But yeah, it just dried very floofy today, which, to be fair, is better than it sticking out everywhere. So you know, small wins. Callisto was gifted the Eidolon of Callisto when Callisto died. Callisto died because of the Furies. The Furies stabbed her and she ran, and she came to Grace, who she'd literally met that day, and said, sorry, I have no time to explain, and died. And then glowy yellow ball comes out, and then suddenly Mercury, no, Hermes. I was like, I've got the right god, wrong era, because it's Greek gods, based on the Greek gods. Hermes. I was going to say Hercules, you see, and I was like, that's not the right one. I was like, Mercury. Mercury's the Roman version. Hey, everyone. So, yeah. Then, seriously, Hermes, the scarf. No, the messenger god appeared and went, I have to take you to the other gods, who are apparently now called idols and live in the human world. And they accuse Grace of killing Callisto, and she says, no, I didn't. Give me time to prove I didn't. And they said, you've got a week. Great. We went back to our apartment. Our friend Freddie was there, and also Pan. So we were trying to be super, you know, secretive with our friend because we didn't want her to die. Foreshadowing by not telling her about the gods. But then Pan was just like, hey, I'm a god. Great, thanks. So then we told Freddie everything. And then we spent, you know, the best part of Act 1 and Act 2 investigating and finding out things, meeting more gods. And then we went to the tower. It's got a fancy name, like archive, but fancier. Repository, but fancier. where Hecate and the Minotaur, who's called Astarion. I was like, same name as the guy, the vampire guy from Baldur's Gate 3. Then I remembered it. I'm doing oh so well with recalling words today. No, I'm not. I had to Google synonyms of things to get the word that I wanted when I was writing out a job application today, and I'm like, please don't do this to me in an actual interview. It's fine when I can Google it. When you're in the middle of an interview and your brain just blanks on a word and you sort of do the goldfish imitation, it doesn't feel very professional. And I feel like I'm being judged. Anyway, beside the point, Astarion fancies Hecate. We try and matchmake them. Hecate goes, sorry, mate, and undoes the love thing and promises to make them human for like one day a month so they can go woo someone on Earth. Cool. We find out that Callisto, if it's not Callisto, it's as close as... No, it's not Callisto, it's Calliope. Hi, Dan and Milo. I don't know where I've got Callisto from. The hell is Callisto from? Anyway, Calliope, one of the muses. The last remaining muse, God knows what happened to the other ones. Actually, we do find out what happened to the other ones. One of them disappeared and one of them was tortured by a human and, yeah, imprisoned. Callisto is another muse. Yes, but the one I wanted at this point was Calliope. Because I should have remembered that, because Calliope is one of the doctors from Grey's Anatomy. But anyway, hi, you are here for answers. Yes, so we're getting answers. So we found out that Calliope had been in whatever the name of the damn tower is, where Hecate is, had been in there, and that's what she went in fine. She came out stabbed. Medusa was there. We asked Medusa. She's like, I didn't do anything. So we... The tower, I can't remember. It's the repository, the archive for magic stuffs. It scrolls very slowly. The reliquary. Yeah. So she ran away. We don't know. We didn't know who stabbed her. Medusa collaborated the story. Also, Calliope visited Aphrodite and Eros. She knew something was going to happen. We have Persephone on our side. So their new plan was to go to break into the reliquary. Instead of breaking in, I just kind of went in the front door and said, hey, Hecate, can I go in, please? Because I think that's where Calliope was stabbed and I kind of want to find out answers. And she went, yes. So we went in. And yeah, we found some artifacts and we looked at a mirror and then suddenly the Furies, who are not idols but embodiments of retribution. They enforce the idol's ancient laws. So they stabbed Calliope. We don't know who sent them, but unfortunately, Freddy died. So this is literally what happened at the end of Act 2. We were like, we'll finish the act, and then the end of the act, and my friend Freddy, she got stabbed by the Furies. So he's really sad. So then, of course, Persephone is now comforting us. Other things that happen is Venus, who is the new Aphrodite, because Aphrodite has serious complex PTSD trauma, and instead of figuring out, well, no, okay, that's selling her short. She has tried everything to deal with the trauma. Nothing has worked. So she basically kills the body she's in and goes into a new body, and because the new body doesn't get the memories straight away, she has, I don't know, 10, 20 years of semi-ignorant bliss before she has to go through it again. I mean, when you're an immortal idol and technically you don't die, but you do, the body you're in dies, is it really suicide? Either which way. I don't advise, and this is probably one where there was a trigger warning, which if I'd have looked, I would have showed. Hopefully everyone was okay. Eros, who's Aphrodite's son, who is, you know, he's the, bless me, Father, for I have sinned type thing. Yeah. And then, yeah, we've also got Pan. Oh, and Apollo, who's like this beach dude who is one big pity party. And yes, Hermes, who is very, very young. Why is there no picture? They are, I believe they are trans. As they use they them pronouns, I don't know. Maybe they're non-binary trans. That would work, but I don't know why there's a picture. Yeah, it always bugs me that Hermes, the delivery service, is terrible because Hermes, the god, the idol, is not. But why is there no picture of Hermes? But everybody else, I only met Calliope for like 2 scenes. Well, maybe we'll meet Hermes again and then we'll get our picture back. Athena is one of the gods that sentenced us to death. Voiced by Felicia Day. Thankfully, they renamed to Every. They did not improve their service, though. And also, hi, Lady Magritte. Excuse me. And then, yes, the Minotaur, that is also Asterion. Yeah, I think it's probably just a little mini bug that there's no Hermes picture. Medusa was really scary. Medusa's really scary. I'll be honest. Hecate is delightful and also, like, thousands of feet tall, which just gives a little bit of that vampire lady in the newest Resident Evil that everyone was going bananas over. And Pan is just weird. He's hiding something, and I don't know what. No, I think it was because he gave Calliope the key. There we go. And he feels guilty. And that's my supposition. And then Persephone is badass. And I totally didn't go for a walk today because the day disappeared on me. I have been applying for jobs for the last 2 days and talking to recruiters. Exhausting. Tomorrow I'm going for a walk because I need more milk. Always a good reason to go for a walk is when you need more milk. And I finished my cheesecake today, which lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. So, yay me. Persephone is badass bitch. So it was Aphrodite, Apollo, Athena, and Persephone that there were the 4 gods at the beginning that, part of the chorus that sentenced me to death. But I asked for a week. Well, I asked for a chance to prove I didn't do it because I didn't do it. So, now
it's clear what your friend meant to you.
we get the aftermath. It
should have been me, not her.
Don't say that.
This was
I don't actually know why we didn't die.
My problem. I'm already slated to die. If anyone paid the price.
Your friend gave you the chance to not repeat history. Don't waste it. Grace, is that how Calliope died? Was she also attacked by the Furies? Do you remember?
Yeah. She meant to use the mirror, but she never had the chance before. before they came.
No doubt sent by the same person. Perhaps for the same reason.
Who could send the Furies after me? Even Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
No one does, not these days. Hecate herself would have been my guess. Zeus might have, in his role as king of old Olympus, but he is long gone.
Clearly someone can do it.
Unless they weren't summoned. They could have been responding to something you did unwittingly, something Calliope also did. And what that could be? I'm afraid I have no clue.
We looked at a lot of stuff. That was it.
What are the Furies? They didn't seem like people.
Think of them as forces of nature, but an aspect mortals rarely encounter. They're older than any idol. They were created to enforce the ancient laws.
There are ancient laws now?
Well, there were. Laws even the idols had to obey, from the earliest days of old Olympus. Even if they still existed and you'd broken one, we would all know. These are not petty crimes one stumbles into.
Interesting. Also, hello everyone. It is 79% chart. No, it's Tuesday. Yes, I have to look at my phone to figure out what day it is. I have lost all track of time. I really don't know how today disappeared so quickly, other than we did write some small essays in an application form. It said at least one paragraph. So 4 is okay, right? And then it was like at least 2 paragraphs. So I wrote another 5 for each of those. They didn't have a word limit or a character limit. And I had to put some jokes in and some quotes. Well, my kind of jokes, the self-deprecating-y things. You were just confirming it was Tuesday. I mean, we have a command. If you have ! Day, it will actually tell you. The stream is clever like that. Leaky set me up a command, which is awesome. Yeah. So I had to get my personality into the answers because, you know, it's going to be like they do like they call it a blind review. I don't like using blind in that sense because it feels like it's co-opting a term for a disability in a way that it's not used. So trying to reduce bias by doing an anonymous screening to pick candidates. And I'm like, okay. So, you know, I'm like, well, I had feedback via a friend who knows who they are, that, you know, people liked my CV and my personality in my posts, in my writing, and what I put online. So I just tried to sort of be me in the little essays, whilst also answering the question in a way that was genuine for me. So we can only hope. But of course, you know, I've been reading up and listening because they've done some little interview things and they've got like a whole diversity policy and like, you know, actual career progression stuff. And I'm like, okay, right. I'm just going to get irrationally excited about working for them and I haven't even got past the screening yet. Never answer the question. I don't want to get elected. I want a job. And you have to answer the question. Otherwise they'll be like, well, you didn't answer the question, so therefore you don't pass the screening. Doy, I'm not that guy, you know. It's just, you know, I got irrationally excited about working for another company that I interviewed for and I didn't get that job because they found somebody else who obviously had gotten further through the process than me. I wish companies would just be transparent about this sort of thing. You won't vote for me. No, I don't need voting for. Don't need voting for. Unless you happen to work for this company and I don't know this. But yeah, so trying to put my best foot forward. But also I really hate anything like this because I feel like as a neurodivergent individual, that's not the best way for me to showcase my talent. Interviews, just all interviews are terrible for this. You know, you have to work with me to be able to experience it. And it's like, well, that's not going to happen in an interview. So how do I replicate that? I don't know. Anyway, so we put in a lot of applications. And we will see if any go anywhere. Because we're starting from scratch again. But also, you know, we're starting from scratch and interviews could take, you know, between 12 weeks. Even if I got something, you know, now there's no guarantee of a job before Christmas type thing at this point, which is just a terrifying thought. So I'm hoping to get a contract position to, you know, pay the bills. So, cross fingers. Also, ow, I've been chewing on that finger. I shouldn't do that. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing today. How is everybody else? What's everyone else been up to? Any other plans for the week? I have to plan a walk and some shelf tidying for tomorrow. Have a break from the application process. I'm also waiting for a call from someone and I don't know when they're calling, hence the I'll go for a walk and tidy my shelves because I can do that, still answer the phone. Oh yeah, it's extremely stressful and I've been job hunting for 5 months, so, you know, at the very least, if I can get a contract, I can stop stressing about that. And I've got really itchy eyes all of a sudden. Well, tomorrow is Wednesday, Leaky. If we both plan to do a walk together, then that's like we can motivate each other. And then if I get my phone call, I can just say, I'll be back. Oh, Lady Magritte, you're adjusting to life at your mum's house. Is that a temporary situation? Oh, yeah, because you said you were driving back next week. Hey, Jesse. Yeah, because I remember you said you were driving back during Extra Life, and I was like, wow, that sounded like a long drive. Aha! Yes, you are being a good adult child. Spawn. I can't think what word. I tried to use a gender neutral term, but child always sounds like really weird when you refer to an adult that's a child. Also, hi, Mr. Cornus. And did I miss any other chats? Dan couldn't be bothered today, and Milo didn't want to go anywhere, so that is good. And yes, it does sound like a leaky. So yeah, I don't know what time. It depends how I wake up, because I slept like 12 hours on like Sunday night, and then I slept, I don't know, another like 8 or 9 last night. So I'm feeling vaguely rested. You wake up by opening your eyes. I usually wake up by throwing myself out of bed. My eyes may still be closed. Generally, it's because I need to pee. So yeah, because everyone needed to know that. But no, I do not. Often I will not wake up by opening my eyes. So it's good you have a strategy. But yeah. I sit down, it's not risky. I do a lot of things with my eyes closed because it's better than trying to decipher blurry stuff when I don't have my glasses on. I also do a lot of things in the dark because in the middle of the night, if I put the light on, I'm going to disturb my night vision. So, you know. This is why I know where everything in my house is and why I get disturbed when bookcases leap out at me. No, that means I'm tired if the bookcase starts leaping out at me. But yeah, I am very good at navigating with my eyes closed or in the dark in my own home. Except when I do stupid things like put the fan in the middle of the room, which I did in the summer. the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep. No. I don't think I've ever walked in my sleep. I have awoken in my sleep, hallucinated, and then woken up. That was an interesting experience. But no, sometimes in the middle of the night I get up. I'm awake, but I can't be asked to open my eyes. All right, we should do more story, but continue regaling me with your plans and oh, you wanted me to sing in the middle of the night. You go walking. You sleep, panic, clean. That is impressive, Leaky. Also, hi, Hara. And what did you want me to sing? I've got When I Wake Up. Da 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 da. But I can't remember the words. And I would walk 500. The Proclaimers. Was that what you wanted me to sing? I didn't do very well because it wasn't the exact phrase. But I'm assuming that was vaguely where you wanted me to go down. I apologize for not performing on cue. I will do better next time. My brain is not making the brain connections today. No worries, no worries, Jesse. You escape and have a good luck. It is. I don't know, what, 3:30? Where are you escaping to? The one time I don't know if I can sing in a Scottish accent. When I wake up, da 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 da. Doesn't help that I don't know the words. And I would walk 500 miles. And I would walk 500 more. It was actually Wake Me Up by Wham. I felt like it was the Proclaimers more than Wham, but I mean, either one. And Nikki, no, I can't sing in a Scottish accent. I can't. Unless I'm doing it unintentionally. I can't intentionally. Okay. When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. There we go. We got a little bit of Proclaimers in Scott. You wanted Billy Joel. What the? Who? I mean, no, I don't want to say who's Billy Joel. Phoenix, hey. Tech support. Sounds great. Good luck with that. Billy Joel. I know who Billy Joel is. Which song by Billy Joel did you want? There are too many songs about waking up, apparently. It was just because it said you can wake up and walk in your sleep. It really felt like you wanted the Proclaimers. Which I really only know the name of the band because Flop did the cover. Uptown girl, she's been living in her uptown world. Da 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 da. Wait, man. Yeah, I'm doing well with words today. Can't remember the rest of them, but yay, songs. River of Dreams. I don't know that one off the top of my head. Graphics card problems with an turn it off and then turn it on again. That always works for me. Though, mind you, if I turn my computer off, I have to wait like 4 hours for the USB to discharge before I can turn it back on again. So we don't turn it off. And it's definitely not going off before. It's definitely not getting turned off before Extra Life. It is staying on. Somewhat wrong with one of my USB ports where it retains charge. So when it boots up again, it throws a BIOS error, which is fair enough. It should. But also, I don't know what is causing it because I have USB ports at the front and at the back. And there's no way in hell I'm unplugging it and trying to debug it because I just wouldn't know where to start. So I just make sure that if I'm needing to do an update, I turn it off before I go to bed and then I turn it back on in the morning. Oh, the card is fine until the AMD driver is installed and then everything goes full panic. Ooh. 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 Yeah, that sounds good. Driver incompatibility? Ooh, yeah. I Yeah. Oh, you have to build a new PC in the next 12 months. I have to figure out what BIOS option to turn on to get my PC to work with Windows 11. I'm assuming that's why you got to build a new one. Mine is not compatible. But I think there's just an option in the BIOS, and I hate farting around in the BIOS. And I need to remember to have the page open on my laptop, because if I open it on my desktop, then obviously I can't see it because I've got to restart it. Either which way, it's all waiting till after Extra Life. Nothing is getting updated before Extra Life. Nothing. Because I do not want anything to break. The only thing I might do is add some new commands. Yeah. Oh, post a song in Discord. Oh, it was the River of Dreams. Just gotta wait till it gets to the song bit. What is talking at me? Something is noising. Something is making a noise that wasn't supposed to be making a noise on my thing. Sorry, no. Something is playing music. Oh. It's playing music in my Discord at the same time as it's playing. I kept playing the Discord and it didn't do anything. So then I'm trying to get it to. Yeah, sorry. It does do that sometimes, but no, this time it was just me. Oh, in the middle of the night. Yeah, I didn't know that was the lyric, and I didn't know that was called River of Dreams. So thank you very much, whoever it was that added that in. Hang on. Ah, Scarface. Yeah. But yeah, no, I wouldn't have sung that one. Me going quiet. Okay, yeah, I do that sometimes, but generally it's for a reason. And I was quite glad that the mic didn't pick up the laptop playing the song, because I didn't want to, copy black myself.
The fairies
Anyway,
are so powerful. Why did they stop? They just stabbed Freddy and left.
They're not assassins, Grace. They exist to punish. They demanded blood, and blood was taken. It didn't need to be yours.
So if Freddy hadn't interfered...
They wouldn't have rested, not ever, until they had their due.
I know Calliope was there to use the mirror, but it was just feeling. I still don't understand why.
There's only one use for that mirror, to speak to the Fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
The Fates know all that is or will be. Destiny is theirs to command, or so it's said. One contacts them either to know one's fate,
didn't put the
or
water
to
in my
change
tea.
it. Not that the Fates are likely to oblige.
boiled the kettle, forgot to put the water in my tea.
Can these fates really control the future?
They control the fate of all beings. I imagine it's they who give Apollo his powers, and they who write Hecate's books.
So someone really didn't want Calliope messing with them.
Or you, it seems.
Could it have been the fates? Maybe they don't like being called on now for anything.
They're not known to be vindictive. If they don't want to answer, they simply won't.
Interesting. If only we knew more.
I don't know what to do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the fates.
Well, there is another way to ask them.
I wondered how long that would take. Hecate is enraged. She's threatened to close off the reliquary entirely and forever. Athena is beside herself.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough. You just had to keep pushing, didn't you? Until you got what you wanted.
This isn't about me. We're out of options, Apollo, and you know there's only one other way to contact the fates.
Oh, how convenient.
I'm just gonna go with what other way?
Wait, what's this about some other way? What are you talking about, Persephone?
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time. I thought not. The fates will respond to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead. What I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
Ooh.
Is Apollo right? Is this something you planned all along, Persephone?
Meaning what? What, that I knew what would occur at the reliquary? Perhaps you think I'm the one who unleashed the Furies upon you.
You've waited for this opportunity for over a century.
Waited, yes. Bided my time. And the moment has arrived.
But that's not why you originally agreed to help me?
No, that's not why.
I believe her.
Is that something we can do? Just go to the land of the dead and, overthrow it?
Truth be told, there isn't much to overthrow. Few mortals still believe in Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
So how do you...
The throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades is yours.
But you can't claim it because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key, like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance at Lake Avernus was sealed long ago, which leaves only Hermes.
They won't take you.
They might, if you ask them to. Then why did you come, Apollo? To gloat? To wish Grace well? Or to actually help? Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne, and Grace can speak with the fates. It's simple.
So if we go to Hades and, find your throne, how much trouble would that get us into, exactly?
A great deal.
That's not quantifiable.
It's not as if Athena could execute Grace a second time.
But she's already been warned about breaking more rules.
The responsibility of this will be mine. Let Athena try to take my throne again.
Is there really no other way to talk to these fates? Do we have to take the nuclear option?
Do you want to try going back to the reliquary?
No. No, hell no.
The only other person with a direct connection to the fates is Apollo here.
You know it doesn't work like that.
Then it's the throne or nothing, isn't it?
Was another crazy plan, right?
Grace,
I know, but there's no point in stopping now, is there?
I can't. I'm sorry, but this is a step too far.
And consider this,
Apparently
Apollo.
so is Buttons.
Grace's mortal friend was slain by the Furies, according to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
Wait, what? Freddy's in Hades? What? Persephone, why didn't you lead with that?
I didn't want it to seem like I was playing on your sympathy, Grace.
But you'll play on mine.
That is considerate.
Fine. I'll get you into Hades. But I'm not going with you.
If that's
Cool.
what you prefer, by all means.
It's fine, Hermes. Get this over with.
Cool. I want Persephone to be queen, or king, ruler, monarch of Hades.
Shall I
There
wait
is Hermes.
here, or...
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
They are
Oh,
awesome.
hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace and, Persephone. Wow, the whole gang, huh?
I'm afraid I have to call in that favor. I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't know. Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone, you know? No matter what.
Oh, this is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me anything, and you want me to get in huge trouble, but for what?
Fair point. I think we're still going with logic.
It's the only way to find out why Calliope was trying to contact the Fates.
The Fates?
There's something going on, Hermes. I'm at the edge of it, but without the Fates, I'll never know the truth.
And that means going to Hades, with or without Athena's permission.
Okay.
Yay!
Signal when you need to come back.
You sure?
Yeah, feels like the right thing.
Be careful, Grace.
We love
And
Hermes.
remember, the underworld doesn't give up its shades without a price.
I think I can tell her the rules, Apollo. Let's go. Welcome to the real underworld.
Ooh, biscuits. Good plan. I think Dan approves.
Wow.
Oh, it's green. I like green. It's a good green. Like a tealy green. Forest green. Dark
It
forest
feels
green.
so empty. So lonely.
It's not completely empty. Neither is the throne, for that matter. A bitter shade named Orpheus has been squatting on it since my exile.
God
I
of
fully
dreams.
expect he'll be waiting for us.
Who is this Orpheus? The name sounds familiar.
It should. His is a popular tale among mortals regarding how he once came to the underworld to retrieve his love, Eurydice, and left with nothing. Hades tricked him, you see, and with Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's not a fan of yours?
He is not a fan, no. Not that it matters.
I feel
You didn't think to mention earlier that the throne was occupied?
Because it's irrelevant. Orpheus isn't an idol. He's just
not
an
the god of
angry
dreams. You
little
might get
man
more
clinging to an existence that doesn't want him any longer.
gonna look up Greek god of
And
dreams.
what are we supposed to do? Organize an armed resistance?
Probably Morpheus.
Challenge him to a duel?
That's what you're here
Why I'm
for.
getting mixed up.
I'm gonna fight him?
Oh, you'll see.
Morpheus. Yes, Morpheus, not Orpheus. Seriously, one letter difference. Morpheus is the god of dreams. Son of Somnus. Orpheus, yes. Orpheus and Eurydice.
Okay, so there's an angry ghost sitting on your throne. Anything else about this trip you've neglected to mention?
We're invested at this point, right? We got to get Persephone back on the
Come.
throne.
It's time to cross the Styx.
Ooh, are we going to meet Karen? Excuse Excuse me. No idea if that came over the mic.
The
but I just
ferryman will come
Well,
soon. As we are not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage. State your case clearly and with determination.
Would have made more sense had we come with a coin. Whoa, that is one big ass ferry. Karen is as big as Hecate was. It must be Titan-esque.
I am Persephone, also known as Despoina and Kore Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again. No, Corone, I did not bring you any cards. I am not here to entertain you.
I'm not gonna say I'm here to save Freddy. I'm not. I'm the last
Hey
muse.
there. I'm Grace, idol and last of the muses. Is that enough?
Of course she's a muse. Why would she lie about such a thing? He says he's always liked the muses and that you're very pretty.
I'm very pretty. Thank you, Karan.
No, she didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you,
like a
Corone.
big
Stop asking.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something to amuse him. See? You don't even need to interpret that for me.
Yes, what fun. Thank you for encouraging him.
It's only polite
Let's get
considering
underway,
we're
Corone.
not paying.
It's a long ride to the throne room.
Some very lonely souls in the fields of Astavedel, the banks of the river Styx. I know, and I have random bits of Greek mythology stuck in my head. Are we gonna know Freddy if we see them?
I wouldn't touch that. Way too much for you. Overload you. Blow a fuse. Every story. Every memory winds up here in the water. I used to dream that this river would rise, swallow the anger, tears in my eyes. Then suddenly I was found alone. I destroyed Hades, but was denied his throne.
Really is dead here, isn't it?
Everything here is fading away. She needs her queen.
We're here for Freddy, too.
I killed the king fair and square. They had no right to take it from me.
I don't know much about suffering. You've seen your life disappear. I lost a friend. If I could find her again,
Acropolis.
that's why I'm here.
The obsessor river of dreams now. I feel it's not the first time that's been brought up. It just doesn't stick in my head.
There's music floating through. Someone's coming. And it has me singing too. We have visitors. I think we all know what to do. To the throne room. This bard's about to meet a muse.
There's someone singing with us.
That would be Orpheus.
Is he a muse?
Oh, he's so much more than that.
Someone's
You
coming.
better be ready.
A wolf is waiting in the
He's a
tomb.
master of his
Someone's
craft.
coming.
We have to take
I
back
can feel them howling at the
what
moon.
is mine.
Forget why we came here.
There's a name here
I won't forget,
that reeks
but you
of
can bet he
enemy.
knows someone's coming.
It's about time, Persephone.
Orpheus, I've been. What happened to the music?
That was funny.
I have been waiting for you, Persephone, for so long. And you brought a muse. Hi. Lovely tune, by the way.
Why are there giant shackles?
Can't remember the last time I collaborated with someone so talented. No offense, Benny.
Cool,
Welcome
Benny.
to my underworld. Let me treat you to a song, a welcome gift. I have the floor. It is mine, after all. Muse, any requests?
We're just bluing all the way,
Questions?
unless there's no blue option.
Are you really that good?
Do, down, down, loop it. I wouldn't say that I'm good. I wouldn't say that I'm great. I wouldn't say that my timing's perfect. I wouldn't say that I'm late.
But you can say that he's
The
the
best that's ever been. The best you've ever seen. The best you've ever heard. And I haven't even really sung a single word.
Now, this is catchy.
I think I chose
Okay.
poorly.
Okay, just getting a gauge.
I'm just
Not
going to
your
go with
thing?
green.
Try again. Another
This guy sang in
request.
Rent. Nice.
Friend is dead. Can you help me?
I looked them up in the previous ones, and I can't remember who this was, but
Loop. The
I don't think it was
river
a
keeps secrets deep in the water. How far do you sink till you're buried below? I challenged the fates and found my Eurydice, but you had to kill her, and I won't let it go. You're asking the wrong person.
I hear your torment and your suffering. They made your love disappear. I lost a friend. If I can find her again, that's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here.
Orpheus, you're here for you are stubborn.
This is when you say you're certain you had no control. But I saw you smiling when your husband condemned my soul.
The throne was stolen after I murdered the king. You should be grateful and thank me for everything, and yet you scream like a boy. You kick the ground. I was a slave.
Eurydice is gone because you did nothing.
Orpheus, there was nothing I could do.
I saw your whispers, poison behind your king.
Wasn't me.
If I cannot have my revenge, you're the next best thing.
Orpheus.
Instead of a life of despair, Hades would have ended you there. This place would still be humming.
Oh, I rather doubt that.
Doesn't make it any less true.
Am I the one on trial now? I spent millennia wondering if I hadn't tried to interfere.
You'd be with her now.
But how? I made a young and stubborn vow. That's why I'm here.
ooh,
That's why I'm here.
I'm going blue. I really wanted Persephone. Sorry, I got a sweet in my mouth. Not great timing. I really wanted to get Persephone on the throne. However, we're going blue. Unless there is no blue, then we go green. Because those are the skills we picked. And it makes it much easier to do. I'm going to do a blue playthrough, then a red playthrough, then a green playthrough. I mean, yes, they both have to move on, but red is not the skill that I've picked for this playthrough. I picked logic. I've been playing pure logic up to now. That's charm, and that's, I want to say anger, but maybe passion. If it splits your vote, this option, this blue option here, is an achievement that qualifies for my RTDL. It might not be it, but it does qualify. The one that I really want, Persephone, but I feel like I should stick with my convictions. Sorry. I feel like I should stick with my convictions. This is a logic playthrough. And but also I want Persephone to have the throne, but also I want them both to bloody move on. But also I want Freddy. Gosh darn it. I mean, it's not like we're romancing Persephone. We're not romancing anybody. You know, if we were romancing Persephone, it doesn't matter for Freddy, does it? I mean, you know, Freddy's our friend and I would like to save them. I think Orpheus could still potentially contact the Fates for us. I don't have the option of like making a we commit and that's it. Yay! Hemi's got that picture back. Hemi says in my favour something about stealing 50 cows. I know that myth. Hemi's is the best. You know that story about Orpheus and Eurydice? How Orpheus goes into the underworld to get his love back and Hades says, okay, but only if you never look back the entire way to the surface. Right before the exit, Orpheus loses his nerve and looks back, and thus Eurydice is forced to remain dead forever. Cruel, classic, and apparently true. Oh, that's what you meant. Right. Okay. Then yes, we'll go with blue logic. On the heart, or the heart of it seems to be anyway. Excuse me. Orpheus was so bitter about the whole thing that he's waited on that empty throne all these thousands of years, waiting for Persephone to return just to keep it from it. I don't know why he blames her and not a former and dead husband, but I guess I'll find out. Little detail Persephone failed to share before our arrival. Persephone is not going to like this, but
I think Orpheus should stay right where he is.
I'm sorry, Persephone.
Throw all our secrets into the water. It doesn't take long till they spill out to sea. Yet there are some things that even kings can never know. And my heart still sinks for Eurydice. No, nothing has changed, and I won't let it go.
You dare.
She does indeed. What have you to say for yourself now, Persephone? Still the innocent victim?
I'm sorry.
I have done nothing but help you, Grace, even after you challenged me in my own domain. And this is how you repay me? I should have known.
I'm gonna go with
Okay.
blue.
Let's examine that for a moment. You were very eager to come here, providing not one, but two convenient reasons why I should join you. You've wanted this for so long, you'd say anything, right? You'd lie to Apollo, lie to Hermes, and lie to me. And you'd probably think nothing of it.
If I might ask, dear Muse, what exactly is it that Persephone offered you?
Hey, Alkesh. Halfway there. You're living on a prayer. Oh, okay. A way to save Fred. We're sticking with contacting the Fates.
That we would use the throne to speak with the Fates. To ask why Calliope was attempting to contact them.
Persephone promised that, did she? Well, the Fates are here. Oh, yes. They cannot, however, be compelled, and they will not help you. The truth is that they simply do not care.
And Freddy?
If the throne alone could bring someone back from the dead, surely even Orpheus would have figured it out.
And there we have it.
I won't apologize to you, Spirit. I did what I could for you. Why you continue to blame me is beyond my—
You gave me hope, Persephone. That, I think, was the cruelest cut of all.
Hope can be really cruel. It can be buffering as well.
I should have realized it sooner. Before we even came here. I guess neither of us is as smart as we think we are.
And neither of us will get what we want today.
As opposed to your original plan, where that would have only been me.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet, you might have spoken to her. I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
Whoop. And there is the King of Hell. And there's Freddy.
Hey.
It's gonna make me cry, isn't it?
Freddy, you're here.
Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
Fred,
No, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
I mean, but why? Because she loves you? I wish I could undo it. Well, that's selfish, because that would undo her sacrifice. I shouldn't have involved you. She wanted to be involved. None of these are really good answers. We'll go with... She feels guilty. We'll just go with the obvious then.
you sacrificed yourself. For me.
Well, yeah. I'd do anything for you, Grace. Hey, what was the alternative? I let the Furies kill you instead? That's not how this story ends.
This isn't a story, Fred.
You're wrong. It is a
What
story.
happens if we were romancing Freddy then?
And you need to finish it. Without me.
Maybe Freddy doesn't die in all of the storylines. Haha.
Hey, no.
I guess this is it, huh?
Almost. I found someone while I was down here.
Calliope?
Someone you really need to meet.
We can get answers! Why are the ghosts kind of green? I mean, I suppose it makes sense.
Calliope? This... You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace.
My Eidolon is inside Grace. The rest of me... I'm here, Persephone.
This is real.
I guess you weren't just friends. Oh, hello. You just suggested that you should try Pop OS just to test. I mean, that sounds painful.
I guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
We parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I'd take them now. I miss them.
No, you don't. Think about how bitterly we argued at the end. Don't blame yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
I don't get it. I thought the Eidolon was Calliope's soul. But if that's true, then...
The Eidolon is what makes us an idol, but it's not our soul. Each of us adds a piece to it as it passes on.
But what about the memories?
The memories are but a reflection. And after the Eidolon is passed on, old memories become a reflection of a reflection. It's why the idols have forgotten so much. You knew this truth once, Persephone. Long ago.
We need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die?
Why didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
I know you would have. But I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
That's why he felt guilty
Apollo's prophecy?
and couldn't help.
He didn't tell you? No. I
So the memories.
don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
We've got time. I think I understand.
You don't mean to say that Apollo is responsible for your death, right? But his prophecy is.
Yes. It said I needed to die.
Someone else knew about the prophecy. Athena.
No.
We have been suspecting
Then she sent
her.
the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I barely escaped. I fled back to the mortal world. To you.
That's why she was trying to kill us.
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me. He was torn. Telling me meant I was locked into it. I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
Sorry. Don't tell us about the prophecy. We're not
Why
gonna
did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could, if they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
You went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually.
Nyx.
He
the
told
goddess
me
of
about
night.
it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh. Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
That's why he
I'm
feels
sure
guilty.
he feels guilty enough, my love.
Yeah.
Why come to me? Of all the places you could have run to, why come to my apartment?
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
See, we didn't ask about the prophecy, and it didn't make us. Because if we ask about the prophecy and we know what the prophecy says, we are locked in like Calliope is. So this one we're being logical and not. Maybe in one of the future ones we will. Because I would like to know what the prophecy was. I'm just going to go with thank
And
you.
you made it. For what it's worth, thank you.
Even though we
You're
lost our
thanking
friend.
me?
You gave me a gift, Calliope. Everything that happened afterwards, it wasn't your fault.
Thank you for saying that, Grace. Truly.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
If I tell you, you'll be locked into it, just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
I don't believe that. Athena's got tunnel vision. She must be wrong.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives.
And I'm the last muse.
And now
That's
you know
why
the
she sentenced
prophecy.
me to death. Luckily we're not doing a red playthrough.
That's it then. Now we know the whole truth.
We need to confront Athena. Apollo, too, for not telling us what she'd done.
Why he looks so bloody
If he
mopey.
had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
We don't know that.
What now? I refuse to.
I have to go back. And I have no idea what will happen.
But hey, if I die, I'll come and be with Freddy.
None of this seems real.
Oh, we've got a goodbye song.
So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go.
I will, Dan. There's plenty of games you can play without anything.
Saw before how trapped we were, so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go. It's time to go. Deep within my soul, you will remain with me, a best friend through the dark. Gone, your
I'm so proud, Grace.
Freddie,
I gave everything to watch you go.
I know.
Now it's time to go.
It's time to go.
Maybe we can bring Buddy Simulator 1984. We did a bit more of that. It's kind of funny. We got an achievement for petting the buddy. Saying goodbye.
You've returned.
Stephanie's not pleased.
And I see Freddy isn't with you. I'm so sorry, Grace. Did you at least get to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
Then we found Calliope.
Calliope, but her Eidolon is inside you. How
It
could...
doesn't work like that. The Eidolon is only a part of an idol. The rest just...
Calliope told us what happened. The prophecy, how you warned her, how you've been lying to us. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time.
Didn't
Even when you said
technically
you were
lie.
helping
He
Grace.
said he couldn't help. It's different.
Yes. Yes, I did.
You were trying to protect me, right? You didn't want me to share Calliope's fate?
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. Help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know it now.
Then it's done. You're locked into it.
Isn't the prophecy open to interpretation? Couldn't you be wrong about how it ends?
When am I not wrong, Grace?
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at.
Stephanie's quite angry, and it's understandable.
I don't know how this will affect your trial. We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. But if she believes you need to die in order to save the idols, if she truly believes that, it won't matter what anyone says.
Maybe I'm not technically the last muse.
Does there still need to be a trial? If we go to Athena privately, maybe we could work out some kind of deal.
She won't make a deal. All that will afford her is a chance to kill you before the trial.
She tried that once already.
And your friend died as a result. No, it's a clever thought, but Athena needs to be challenged in front of everyone. I intend to keep my promise. We go to the trial and I'll help you, even if it means overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But
I
what
really
about...
love her style.
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good.
What
I
else did
suggest
we
you
do?
do whatever necessary to prepare.
Great.
Can we wear Freddy's hat? Confront Apollo, confront Persephone, confront Pan. Do we have to confront anybody? Did the obvious thing, went into the underworld to get Freddy back, but it was a lie. There's no way to get her back, and what's more, Freddy didn't want to. She chose to sacrifice herself. She said she wasn't taking it back, but at least I got to say goodbye. I miss her so much. That worked, kind of. Why? Okay. New plan. Go to Hades with Persephone. As for what we learned, holy crap, Calliope was there. I guess the soul and the Eidolon are separate things, which even Persephone didn't know. The important thing is that Calliope was there and I got to talk to her. She told us everything. It was Athena. She received a prophecy from Apollo to save the idols, and that's why she summoned the Furies. She can do that? To kill Calliope, to try and keep it from happening. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. I became the last muse after Calliope's death, and now Athena wants me dead to keep idols safe. This is huge. Huge. He knew. Apollo knew all along who the murderer was. Tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, didn't get very far. Basically admitted, but then left after a bunch of apologies. To have a real discussion about this, it'll have to be at his beach house. I mean, we were very suspicious of the lady that said, "You need to die," the moment we met them. We have a murderer. We can't prove it. I just love her style. Meter died. That's her mum. They were a couple. Couldn't let her get away with it. I let Orpheus stay on the throne. He'd serve the closure. I mean, I was happy either way. I just went with a logic choice. She wasn't having it. I'll have to hunt her down. Okay, Pan is the other option. Pan wasn't lying. Is he innocent? No. Was he the killer? No. He sold out Calliope and told Medusa. So, yeah, we should probably confront him. Seems that as the greatest bard of ancient Greece, offers persons to mine. That's why Persephone brought me, so I could be her ace in the hole. It wasn't. Orpheus's beef was legit. If he wants to sit in that throne, he can. Okay, so let's start with Pan. And then we'll have the big showdown. But we said goodbye, so I'm assuming there may be options to save Frankie.
Pan? Are you here?
Or potentially not let her die. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be a way of getting around not knowing the prophecy.
Pan!
I'm looking forward to being permanently cold for a couple of months. This whole, it's cold and then it warms up a bit. And then it's cold
Alright,
again and then
then.
it warms up a bit.
Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
No, I just wanted to talk.
Oh. Now you've got my ears quivering, Grace. Whatever could we have to discuss?
Not a discussion per se. I was kind of hoping you could cheer me up.
Oh, Grace, dear Grace. We're rather beyond that stage of our relationship by now, aren't we?
Are we? I guess I don't know what our relationship is.
We're old friends, of course. The sort where you laugh about how one of you once accused the other of murder. Ah, you've learned something. Something not altogether pleasant, I'm guessing.
I got the hit! Yes! See, it was worth it. Also, it looks like I'm wearing a crown when it's on that scene. Thanks for checking, Scarabace. Oh, I'm chuffed about that. And it crashed. I was like, something's wrong here. I got too excited. King of Hell. I thought it might be that. Because it had to be something over like 2.7. And there's only like 4 of them. And 2 of them were forgetting all the songs and all the verses, and I'm like, I'm not going to get that today.
Pan? Are you
And
here?
one was for something with Pan, which I'm not on that route. Oh, okay, fine. We're replaying this bit.
Pan.
Hopefully it won't crash on me again. And then the other one was Get Orpheus. I didn't want to spoil too much about the end of the thing, but obviously, you know, I filed it away in my, you know.
All right, then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
Excuse me. Sorry about the yawns. We're just going to do the same choices.
No,
we
I
had.
just wanted to talk.
Oh. Now you've got my ears quivering, Grace. Whatever could we have to discuss?
Not a discussion per se. I was kind of hoping you could cheer me up.
Oh, Grace, dear Grace. We're rather beyond that stage of our relationship by now, aren't we?
Are we? I guess I don't know what our relationship is.
We're old friends, of course. The sort where you laugh about how one of you once accused the other of murder. Ah, you've learned something. Something not altogether pleasant, I'm guessing. Tell you what, Grace. Let's indulge in one last transaction. Relay what you've learned, and I'll see if I have any advice to offer.
Right. Let's just tell him everything. Because why not?
Okay, where do I begin?
Well, of course it was Athena.
Wait, you knew?
No, how could I?
So what now?
Let the prophecy play out.
Huh?
Let it play out. It doesn't say the last muse will die. Just that she must for the idols to continue. Perhaps the idols shouldn't continue. Seems reasonable enough.
I mean, it's not that he's untrustworthy. He's whatever it says, he's a god of mischief. But he might have a, you know, alternate way of looking at things, and I'm not one to discount opinions just because I think the guy is a bit dodgy. Okay, I really need to have a break because I'm out of tea and I need a break. Before we go into what we're going to suggest here with Pan and then go and interrogate the other 2, we're going to have a break, roll some ads. So time to get a snack, get a drink, take your meds, do some self-care, whatever you need to do, have a stretch. I'll be doing most of those. And I will be back in a few. Take care. Kiddox, and welcome back, Leaky. Just let them die. Not to Athena. I don't want that.
I don't want to be responsible for the idols dying out. I don't know how it could be, but what if it's true?
Then we die out. It's not that complicated. And if you're responsible, surely you'll have a good reason. Frankly, change is long overdue. Continuing on as we have been isn't appealing, and I doubt I'm the only one who thinks so.
I mean,
I'm
Aphrodite
rather
keeps
looking
killing
forward
herself.
to the trial now. How exciting.
Well, at least someone's happy. Why is it Pan crashes the game for me? That's the second time it's crashed. And both times it's been Pan. Interesting. Something about the trees. I mean, it saves and it didn't take me back that far, so, you know. It's all good.
Oh, it's you.
Hey, Oracle.
Paul comes in, mopier than his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course,
Pan makes mischief.
it's you.
I know, right? Sometimes we need a little mischief. And go.
Look, I know you care about Apollo.
For the green
I'm not
option.
here to hurt him.
Yeah. And, why should I believe you?
Because I know he did what he did with the best of intentions.
That does sound like him, yeah. I guess I can go ask him if he wants to talk to you. Don't be surprised if he says no, though.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
Oh, sure. Don't mind me. It's not like I was in the middle of anything.
Look at that. The Python Pit Pub. I like it. This is not the Lotus Room.
I didn't mean for it to end up this way.
I'm gonna go with I'm worried about you.
So you've said. I'm more worried about you, actually.
Worried about me? After all you've been through?
I lost Freddy. I can't lose anyone else.
When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world. I ignored the warnings. You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped. I never should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
You don't know everything, Apollo. Half the problem is that you and every other idol thinks they do.
What do you mean?
Trying to prevent the prophecy is what's making it come true.
So you want to, what, stop trying?
Maybe.
I hope you can forgive me, Grace.
I know you meant well. A road to hell is paved with good intentions. There's nothing to forgive. Slight matter if people are dead. I kind of like get over
I can
yourself.
only tell you I understand so many times. You really need to get your ears checked.
I think we need a little bit of levity.
I guess all that remains is the trial. Whatever happens, Grace, I'll be standing right there by you.
Do we need a quorum? Because I think we're going to have
Thank
3
you.
people with me. Talk to Persephone. "10 days to extra life." Scary. We're going to start wonking our sleep next week.
Did you forget something, Grace?
It felt like we hadn't quite finished our conversation.
Don't have a job, we'll
Seemed
take
pretty
advantage
finished
of
to
it.
me. What more is there to discuss?
Are you okay?
How about you? Are you okay?
Oh, I am many miles from okay, Grace.
Don't you want to talk about it?
Calliope would not have approved of the way I acted. But then she seldom did.
Stop eating your fingers.
It was so good to see her in Hades. To have her say she forgives me. I just wish it were as easy to forgive myself.
I'm actually not going to go with the green option. Because that implies romancy stuff in my mind there. I think...
Is that what you think you need to do? Forgive yourself?
Good Lord, is there more?
That's not what I was...
You could start by atoning.
That's not
by
what I
trying
thought
to
that
be
was
a
going to
better
be.
person.
We idols are capable of change, Grace. On rare occasion. Is it any easier out there? Do you miss being immortal, Grace?
It's been a week. Yeah, I thought... that bottom option was basically you need to forgive yourself, not I'm going to accuse you of something or other. I did not read that properly. Mind you, it was quite funny. I misread a post on Threads and then went, as I got to the end of the post, I have missed something, went back, found what I'd missed, post made so much more sense. And was funnier.
It's been a week, Persephone. If I live past the trial, I'll let you know.
Yes, the trial.
It's a whole thing, I hear.
Whatever happens, Calliope will approve of us defying Athena.
Okay. Last chance to speak to anyone. Well, Apollo's with me. Excuse me. Okay, beat himself up. Pan is going to be the wild card in all this. Excuse me. Again, yawning because I have chronic fatigue and I'm frequently tired. This game is not boring. Rarely play a boring game. I have to admit nearly falling asleep during Phoenix Wright was probably a little bit the game because I like the game, but it's slow. It's not stream material. Should never apologise for what went down. She feels badly. Okay, we'll see how that goes. And then let's see. Oh, I've got the hiccups now. Gosh, I'm just beaming with good health today. At least I've been better at hydrating. So now I just need to stop chewing my finger. So hence I've got my fidget out, because if I chew that, it's better. Because my finger hurts. That it's like, why does it hurt? Oh yeah, because I was chewing on it all day. Told him everything that happened to his credit. He listened. Don't think I'll sum me out to Athena before the trial, let alone maybe. His advice surprised me. Let the prophecy play out. If the idols don't continue, then they don't continue. Pretty surprising attitude from an island. Say what you want about Patman, he's never what you expect. Yeah. I think that's a fair assessment. We're going to the community building. Oh, the auditorium, right, where we met Calliope.
So this is it. All your new friends have lied to you, but somehow they're gonna get you through the trial, right? I wish Freddy were here.
Yeah. Song?
Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. I'll embrace the fire as it burns deep inside, bright enough to guide me, an ocean defied. But as I burn, they've all turned away one by one. In the end, am I alone? Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails,
Yeah, it's the same song from the beginning that Calliope then joined in on. And again.
Okay, here we go.
Do we get a cookie this time? I want a cookie. If we have the option to take a cookie, we're taking a freaking
hello?
cookie. Whatever it means, we're
Grace,
taking a damn cookie.
there you are. Everyone is already waiting for you on Olympus.
I thought this was Olympus.
Not this office building. My word, no.
I want a cookie.
Welcome to Old Olympus, dear.
Wow. Creepy as hell.
Is this a real place?
City Dan.
It's the memory of a real place, which for us is the same thing. Let's begin, shall we? Brothers, sisters, everyone, look around you. We few who remain fled to this new land to escape the war, but we are not out of danger. I waited to tell you until I was certain, and now I am. The idols are dying. It will not be long before even our immortality deserts us.
It's probably because of the way the
The time
Adeline's
for
passed on.
extreme measures has arrived.
Such as murder. As decided by you. Are you sure? I'm gonna go with, are you sure?
How do you know it's true? How can you be so certain?
Each time we pass on our eidolon, we become a little less. It is, however, not solely that. I have had Hecate researching the matter for decades, and her results are conclusive. We are diminishing. I am at this trial to tell you that, as always, I will look out for you. I
Bloody birdie
will
song stuck in
save
my
you.
head now.
Trust in me,
Damn it, Dan.
Pallas Athena, daughter of Zeus and leader of the chorus, and I will do anything it takes to keep you all alive.
Including killing Calliope.
You'll do anything? Tell them. Let them know what that anything includes. Tell them about the prophecy Apollo gave you, and how you've interpreted it. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. Isn't that how it goes?
It's true.
Okay.
We spoke to Calliope in Hades. She told us how you sent the Furies after her.
You couldn't have.
Yes, I could. There's more to an idol than just the eidolon. Maybe you even knew that once, but you've forgotten it, just like all the idols have. You don't know everything, Athena.
No, I do not accept this. You are lying.
They all lost
You're
like
the one
1,000
who's been
years
lying.
as well.
Or would you like to explain to the idols how you murdered Calliope based on a vague prophecy? Tell them.
Yes, it's me. It's me. Of course, it's me.
It's me. Hi.
The
I'm the
one
problem, it's me.
who gets it done.
See, Swift's song would have been better there.
Don't you see? It had to be. You all turn away when I got the fish. Then you cry hooray once it's on the dish. That's how we do this. Yes, we. Yes, you and me. I have always cared for you. I'll always do all these things for you.
Blue.
All these things that you are not prepared to do.
Do they give him the
All
choice?
I ever did, all the sacrifice, all I ever hid, trying to be nice, everything for you. But in any case, I always knew you'd throw it in my face. You're so controlling. Sorry, little bird, time to wring your necks. Little girls, they dream up a future. They're sure how they feel, sure their vision's true. I fought for that throne and then didn't take it. And that was okay. Could it be for you too? Of course you would make it all about you. Wait, you're saying she is a narcissist. So now there's two. None of you see.
Oh, we got the spin, the
So
helmet.
it's down to me.
Deuce of shield.
It's fine. I'll take all the blame. I'll take all the pain. Think you see it all? You just see a scrap. You wanna make the call. You need to hold the map. You cloistered children. It's time for you. And
Traumatized
all who
immortals.
stand with you. Yes, you too. Form a queue. Time to follow through. Cause and effect. You feed this thing more blood, you'll feel regret.
We're in a lighthouse.
I know you know I'm right. You feel it deep inside. If I stop now, Olympus is wrecked. Cause and effect. It's the right thing to do.
Cool drawn a BS, and now she's my friend. Love it.
The right place.
I reckon stay. Stand.
Athena, you know me. I'm not the kind who is
Because she
ruled
broke her
by
book.
emotion. But I don't wanna be
Pan.
a murder accessory.
It's
Really?
everywhere.
Pan, you.
The way I see it, if you have to take Grace, then you definitely have to take me.
It's raining. That were my songs. We made friends. I'm so happy. It's harder to do that in real life.
Of course, it's me. Because of me,
this prophecy would come to be. My Olympus is gone, and you're all looking on at her stranger wearing my face. My Olympus is gone. Now I'm some other one. Just how long has she been?
You had time to change. I really want to know what happened with the 1,000-year gap when Zeus died and stuff.
You don't notice 'cause it only moves in teeny tiny shifts. There was a voice in me that shouted, Athena, you be strong. Be strong. No cost is great enough. It was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong, and now I don't know what the right thing is.
The right thing is Lionel punch her. She deserves it. Oh, I wish I could, but that's not the red playthrough. We're not forgiving. 100% not freaking forgiving. You're done.
All these years you ruled this place. I think it's time you made some space. Enough of you. It's overdue. Step away. Let it go. Fresher hands should steer this boat and sail it to something new.
Brand new chorus. I can no longer be trusted to lead. Did we win? I mean, we're not dead.
You've been talking forever.
We're done, yes.
And? So you're in charge now, I'm guessing.
If I can't have my throne, I suppose this will do for now. But I won't be sitting here for long.
What does that mean?
It means we are disbanding the chorus. Not only that, we have decided to reveal ourselves to the mortal world.
You're planning to tell everyone what we really are? Isn't that risky?
It won't be right away, so those who are too fearful can go into hiding. But it's time. No more laws, no more secrets.
You all agreed to this? No argument?
No argument? Grace, you know us. We cannot order lunch without a good argument.
Wasn't it you, Grace, who said we should stop living in the past?
Well, sure, but I didn't think you were listening.
What can I say? I'm trying something different. Plus, this is what Calliope was fighting for.
Calliope would definitely approve.
Bit late.
What about Athena? She can't be okay with this.
She won't fight it. She said, and I quote, "Whatever your decision, I will abide by it."
That's a switch.
The fight's just not in her anymore. She was so certain she was doing the right thing.
Oh, now that's an old tune.
Well, we'll see how long this
right
new
thing
Athena lasts.
If there's no chorus, does that mean idols just do whatever they want?
As much as anyone can.
What about Medusa? I hate to think what she's gonna do.
Medusa has offered to live in the reliquary. Frankly, I think she's relieved.
As for the rest of us, we'll be subject to mortal authorities and their laws.
Assuming they don't just round us up the moment they realize what we are.
Quite so.
I'm gonna go with, I have some ideas.
I have a few thoughts as to how you could go about revealing yourselves.
Oh?
If there's time, we could prepare a campaign.
A campaign? You make it sound like
No,
preparing
it's
for
social
battle.
media.
It is, kinda. The idols would be stars before you know it. If you're famous enough, there's only so much that can be done to you.
Now that is a marvelous idea indeed.
It's mine.
I'd like a moment alone with Grace.
We didn't flirt with anyone, did we?
Well, you did it, Grace. The trial has come and gone, and you're still standing.
I'm still standing. Do. I'm still standing. I mean, I wish Freddy were here too, but I'm gonna go with the blue.
And fulfilled the prophecy while I was at it.
Fulfilled it? Haven't we prevented it?
I'm the last muse. It was my trial. Now what's happening to the idols because of it?
We're no longer continuing. Not as we were. Yes, I see.
Athena couldn't conceive of a change that didn't mean death for the idols. But here we are.
Should have realised that sooner, would have prevented a whole lot of death. Give it a hug.
Obviously, the freedom the rest of the idols have extends to you as well. I can't compel you to remain. And yet I am asking you to do so.
If I stay, no more lies. No more backstabbing. No more betrayals.
Oh, Grace, isn't that what makes life with the idols interesting?
No! It's
Not
exhausting.
really, no.
Fine, fine, have it your way. You have my word.
I'll hold you to that.
Ready to go out and face the music, Grace?
Always.
We didn't romance her, did we? Act 3, 2 months later. I was going to say, we definitely did not pick any romancy options. The Muses Encore. Finished Act 3.
Of course you're both here. In my apartment. Why wouldn't you be?
We were waiting for you.
How does it feel to be the idol spokesperson appearing on every newscast, reputable and otherwise?
I'm exhausted.
The Oracle has been keenly following your progress. She records every appearance, every interview. She may be your biggest fan.
The way she talks, you'd think she never doubted who you were.
Well, at least she's been of great help to your online campaign.
Everyone here has also been busy. Would you like to hear the latest?
Yes, please. Ask about Venus and Eros. Okay, so we've got gods on there now.
I heard Eros and Venus left the city together. Is that right?
You heard correctly. Venus wanted to use her fame to do good works as an activist, and Eros is assisting her.
Let's be realistic. He's there to catch her when her efforts inevitably implode.
So yes, we won.
You're being
I think very
uncharitable,
effectively.
sister. I was at one of Venus's rallies, and it was rather invigorating.
Aphrodite always did love being adored by the masses.
Well, at any rate, Eros sounded keen. He thinks this is a much better approach than wallowing in Olympus.
You mean he's glad to have
I feel
time
the
to
same,
pursue
Phoenix.
a new lover or two.
Who could blame him?
What about Hecate and Asterion? Are they still at the reliquary?
Asterion is not, currently. He's going to appear on the next season of that, television dating show.
I
The
thought
Bachelor?
that was just a rumor.
No. He is really doing it.
Asterian's rather thrilled at all the attention. Last I spoke to him.
I don't understand the appeal.
He's a sweetheart, and you know it. I hope you find someone awesome.
As for Hecate, there's little chance of her leaving the reliquary. I assume she's the same as always.
She is. Hecate enjoys the solitude. At any rate, she claims everything will change for us soon enough.
It is written, I'm guessing.
Naturally.
And Medusa? I take it she's no longer at the reliquary.
She's staying with me, for now. You did promise my help with her curse, if you recall.
Oh, how's that going?
Better than I might have expected. I have a few old friends who owe me favors, and they're making headway. Medusa is positively giddy at the prospect. She offered to help manage the underworld as repayment, which I can't say I mind.
Hopefully she doesn't turn it into her personal buffet.
Not if she wants her curse broken. We have an understanding.
It's kind of you to take such a chance, sister.
Oh, I'm used to handling the odd snake. Frankly, we owe her the opportunity to try.
New beginnings. I used to be family's tech support until I put my foot down rather loudly and not particularly eloquently, but they got the point. Also, it got everyone Macs and Apple stuff, and they ask a lot less than when we had the PC. So, yeah, it's like, I am a programmer. I do code. I tell computers what to do. And beyond some, hardware basics and, being able to Google shit, honestly, half the time, it's like, can you set up the printer or the DVR or whatever? It's like, no! I have no idea how to set up a printer or DVR, unless it's, just following the steps in the manual.
Has anyone heard about Athena? It's been a while.
The revelation of the idols to the mortal world went far better than she could have dreamed.
Oh, yeah. I just
think it
don't
shook
like
her.
being tech support,
Well,
particularly. I've
she
done
was
it
wrong
way
about
too
a
long in my
great
life.
many things.
As the goddess of wisdom, that's not an easy realization. So she left. Back to the old world.
Back to the old world? It's a long way to travel by herself.
Oh, we gotta ask
Well,
about Hermes.
I asked her to go. There's so many of us who went missing during the war. The idols going public might bring them out of hiding. Athena wanted to leave, and this gave her a purpose. We'll see if anything comes of it.
Hermes.
Is Hermes still around? I'm surprised they're not here with the rest of you.
We've barely seen them of late.
Hermes has been busy. They've become a social media darling.
I love it.
So the Oracle tells me.
I love that
The
for them.
truly amusing part is that they're not even trying to be famous. They simply can't help it.
Hermes
'Cause
likes
they're
to people
awesome.
please, it's true.
Hopefully it won't backfire on them. Fame is a double-edged sword.
Hermes lives a charmed life. Never fear.
Well, it's odd seeing their face on so many billboards, but I agree. Let Hermes have their fun.
Huh.
What about Pan? I haven't seen him since the trial.
No one's seen him.
Should we be worried? It is Pan, and what he does will reflect on us all.
Pan is harmless.
Yep, I love it, Leaky.
Mostly harmless.
As far as I can tell, he did regret his involvement in Calliope's death.
That was a fun stream today.
He'll lay low. At least for a time.
He'll be back with some new scheme to make us all groan.
You're not wrong.
Ask about Apollo. We can't ask about
How
Persephone.
about
though?
you, Apollo? Still planning on leaving the city?
Did we end up romancing
Soon,
Persephone even though
I
we
think.
tried so hard not to
All
pick
the
romance
attention
options?
on the idols is proving rather taxing.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Ooh, running away again, brother.
Particularly trying to go for an ace playthrough.
I suppose you could say that. Really, I just came by to see Grace and apologize one last time.
I told you you don't need to keep doing that.
Wendy is a good egg.
Yes, well.
I'm glad they were
things
streaming
worked
when
out
they
as
were. I
did.
needed something to watch.
You'll all
and I
be
was
fine
helpful.
without me.
You know, one day you will learn, brother. Not today, but someday.
I mean, not that I'm sad about ending up with Persephone, but I was specifically going for an ace playthrough. I didn't want to romance anyone. Oh, okay.
How about you, Persephone? Any big changes?
Not unless you count my many trips to Hades. No. It's business as always.
Trips to Hades?
Orpheus is now its king, Grace, but I am still the most familiar with its workings. And Hades is changing. Perhaps it's the mere fact that the mortal world is aware of us again. I don't know. Or something else is stirring.
It feels like it's setting itself up for a
Is this something
sequel.
we should be concerned about, sister?
Not yet.
Cool.
I'll let
Oh
you know.
no, wait, hang on.
As for everything else, the club continues, more popular than ever. The world turns. What more is there to say?
So, aside from I love the word fridge, there's a DLC for this game, which I don't have, and it doesn't have any achievements, but I would probably get it and maybe stream it because, you know, I really like this game, and I think, you know, even if it doesn't have achievements, it deserves to be played, the DLC, called Orpheus. So obviously now we've left Orpheus as king of the underworld. I wonder how the DLC would pick up from that. What happens if you put Persephone on the throne, and how does it change that DLC? It has achievements and trophies on other platforms. Well, it doesn't on Xbox, I did check. But as I said, I will probably get it anyway when I have a job. I'm going with when, not if, because at some point I have to have a job. And I will get the DLC. It's on my wish list. You contacted the devs about it, you've not heard back. Okay, fair enough. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice if it had achievements. As I said, I will buy it anyway. Maybe wait for a sale, just due to current circumstances. But it's definitely, I would definitely like to see, because I'm like, itself up for a sequel, or is it just continuing in that DLC? Is there going to be more DLC? But yeah, cool. That's all I want to ask
I
about.
still can't believe it's all over.
Oh, it's scarcely over, Grace. Now that you've toppled the castle, it's barely just begun.
Oh, I didn't do that.
On the contrary, you absolutely did.
Perhaps we should leave you alone, Grace. You must be tired from your trip.
Kind of feels like this is it, huh? Like we won't see each other for a long time.
No. Not like this. You're right.
Wow, does he suddenly get massively tall? That was just a weird angle. Oh, we've got another song. Freddie's hair.
Stormy skies clear, soft breeze blow.
The ocean lies calm, stars are out.
We'll chart our paths, I've no doubt.
Where will we end up with different routes? A fresh coat of paint, sails unfurled, ready to go.
Progressive slang.
The shore as we drift away.
Lost in the sunrise, parting mists of gray.
I wonder if you can do poly romance in this.
The rush of
Flirt with everybody.
Everything has changed. Everything
Okay. AC bleep bloop, please. We get the credits. Against all odds. Survived against all odds. Excellent. And then cunning. They've learned not to underestimate you. Okay, cool. We're getting all the bleep bloops. What else have we got? Everything has changed. You'll always have your friends. Was that the one? The no romancy one? We've actually got a decent chunk of that. I think that's the ace one. You'll always have your friends. Yeah, that's the one that's on my list. My other list, the trick and treat list. The no romance partners. Yes, this is the Ace route. Woohoo! Joe Cannon. Right, gonna leave this up. I'll be right back. Yes, definitely listening to all the instructions is a good way to go. I like how my overlay merges into the color scheme in this game. It's great. But yeah, we'll watch the credits through because, well, you know, it's polite. And we watched them at the beginning. Got 3 achievements at the end of that. Excellent. I think one of them will have been for a story end. And I think we got a good ending. We didn't die. Okay, we got a good-ish ending. We didn't die. The gods didn't die out. And, you know, Orpheus didn't get screwed over? I don't know. I think it's a good-ish ending at least, right? We can have a look at the other achievements once we've finished. Cunning. Why did I get the cunning one? I was using logic. Ah, no, cunning is logic. Doi. Because there's also fiery and charismatic. So we got the blue ending. The answer is you. Oh, we can find love with Apollo. Melted Persephone's icy heart. Return Freddy's feelings. Fall in love with Pan. Heartbreaker. No harm in checking out all your options. That would be the can we flirt with everyone one. Not a lost girl. Decide to stick with your bestie. Ah, interesting. My time to shine. You can handle this on your own. Remained at Apollo's side. Broke the cycle of rebirth and convinced Aphrodite to live. Yeah. I would have liked to have been able to do that. Love blossomed in the unlikeliest of places. Meant to be. The ultimate sacrifice. You just couldn't let her go. Queen of the Dead. Persephone claimed to the throne. You decided to take the throne for yourself. Ha! That's an option. That's the red option, isn't it? Abdication. You destroyed the throne of Hades. Like heroes before you, channeled your inner Perseus and defeated the Gorgon. Yeah, you see, the Gorgon's still alive. Everyone aside from Frankie and Calliope are alive. And not taking any chances. You can't trust someone who tried to eat you. Talk to the hand. They had it coming. God knows what that is. And the high road. Forgive but don't forget. Okay. So some options. I mean, okay, yes, Aphrodite did do a thing. I feel like, you know, Hecate and I feel like we had a fairly good ending. I'm happy, aside from the fact it would really be nice if Freddy hadn't died. And I don't know if that is an option. Freddy not dying. Certainly we're going to do a red and a green playthrough. And have to do other playthroughs to romance people. There were several romance options, so... Was it Persephone, Apollo, Pan? Having literally just read them out, you know. You think I'd remember. It's Apollo. Persephone. Oh, and Freddy. Doy. And Pan. Yeah, so there's 4 options, plus breaking everyone's hearts. And then some different choices. But as I said, I think I'm good. I'm just gonna bring that all the way back down now. I think I'm good with the choices that I made. Unless I could have saved Freddy, in which case then I'm like, that would have been the perfect ending. Because Calliope's dying at the beginning, whatever, but it would have been nice to have saved Freddy. But, you know, we spared Medusa. We managed to convince her to, you know, redeem herself. We didn't die ourselves. We, you know, left Orpheus in charge down there because I think it would have corrupted Persephone to take the throne, and that wasn't the playthrough we were going. We definitely weren't going to seize the throne. That was not the playthrough we were going for either. So really the only thing is Freddy, and how can we, you know, we can fall in love and stay with Freddy if Freddy doesn't die, if Freddy dies. So yeah, I will be playing, so that's just my supposition at the moment. I will be playing this again offline, off stream, because I'll technically be online because the Xbox likes to be online to get the achievements. I'll be playing this off stream to get other endings. And at some point I will right, so I will keep that in slot 1. That's my blue ending. I will do a green and a red playthrough. But those are not my canon endings. Slot 1 is my canon ending. Not that I think I can make many more choices there. But if I need one to continue for Orpheus, that's my ending. So, yeah, I don't have Orpheus. We can actually look what the content warnings said properly now. So, themes of suicide. Yep. Death. Character dies and another towards the end of the... Ah, right. Okay, we can't save... We can't save Freddy. PTSD. Yeah, that would be Aphrodite. Implied stabbing, blood. Yep. And then depictions of characters. How much is Orpheus? Oh, isn't he security? So yeah, £8 by the looks of it. I'm assuming that's the Xbox one. Yeah, £8. I mean, technically I've got points. I could do it, but we will you know, leave it there because we finished Act 3. We finished an end. We got an end. So, yeah. I read out the achievements, but yeah, we've gotten 60% of the songs and 31% of the music. Interesting. So I'm assuming if we do the red and the green playthroughs, that will give us the rest of that. If not, it's going to be like, meh. Nend. Not the end. It's not the end. So yeah, that's the red one. That's the green one. So fiery, you know, and then charismatic. So then we've got Apollo, Persephone, Freddy, and Pan. Breaking everyone's hearts. And then this is what I'm not quite sure. Deciding to stick with your bestie. Is this maybe a Pan thing? Oh, maybe that's the opposite of the choose Pan. You didn't say... You said Nend. Okay. Well, I don't know what Nend is. You can handle this on your own. Possibly a singy one? Choices? Remained at Apollo's side because we chose Persephone. Yeah, that one I would have liked to have been able to get. Love blossomed in the unlikeliest of places. Oh! Maybe that's getting Hecate and Asterion together. Interesting. Clearly logic was not the result answer for that, but logic was definitely the way to deal with Medusa. Ultimate sacrifice, you just couldn't let her go. So maybe can we save Freddy but we ourselves get stabbed? Possibly. Persephone claims the throne. I claim the throne. I destroy the throne. Channeled your inner Perseus and defeated the Gorgon. Yeah, what are you saying? You can't trust someone who decided to eat you. Can you romance Medusa? Apparently not. You can only romance 4 by the looks of it, or no one, which I chose. I don't know whether that is... We killed Medusa? They had it coming. There's a liar on that. Oh! Maybe that's the punch one where we had the option to hit him. Was that Apollo? It's got a liar on it. That's usually associated with Apollo. That would have been funny. Forgive but don't forget. The high road. Oh, I think those are those 3 options we had. And one was punching, one was forgive, and we chose the other one. Which may or may not have given us... I don't know. I think I feel fairly confident we made the right decisions for me. So yeah, anyway, that is Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. I mean, it said it in the credits. It is all these cast. Oh, who was? Orpheus, Anthony Rapp, not heard of him. So Summerfall Studios are the developers. I'll make it go faster. And it's published by somebody else. It's going to get to that bit in a minute. I have the freaking memory. I literally just look, it's here. Humble Games did the publishing. Oh, that makes it faster. Humble Games did the publishing. Summerfall Studios did the developing. It came out 10th of August last year. I'm stop peering at my laptop now. And it was an ID at Xbox game. So thank you very much to ID at Xbox for this one. Sorry it took me so long to stream. It was one of those ones where it's like, I'm going to love this game. I have seen a couple of people play it. Not enough to spoil it for me. I think I saw a tiny bit in like Persephone's nightclub. And then I remember Leaky like asking stream what personality trait we should be. But I think I was making food at the time, so I wasn't paying all the attention because I wanted to play this myself. And I know I've had friends that say this is my kind of game. It was. I did really enjoy it. As much as we spent some of last stream criticizing the songs, they did a lot with the fact that there are 3 different versions of each song and all of them had to work with the music. I think that, but yeah, I think that's probably why there wasn't anything that was really, really catchy until Orpheus's song. Orpheus's song was the only one that I feel could potentially, you know, get stuck in my head. It's not going to, because I've got the freaking Birdie song stuck in my head thanks to Dan. Love you too. So yeah, we are back. Well, I'm thinking we're back tomorrow. What shape that stream takes depends on Jesse. It is potentially co-stream, but I'm thinking based off the message he sent, I don't know. If there is no co-stream in the evening, I may do... What is my calendar tomorrow? Yeah, I may do an afternoon stream if it's not going to be a co-stream. But I'm quite glad I got this finished today. I will be doing one afternoon stream of Holy Gosh Darn this week because I feel like we're so close to the end and I want to get it finished off. There will be a normal Thursday stream and normal weekend streams with some promo games. Maybe the weekend might verge towards spooky games because Halloween is next Thursday. We're going to hopefully finish The Quarry next week. We potentially have 2 normal size streams, but I also have to stay awake on Thursday because I don't want to go to sleep too early because I'm doing the 10 p.m. evening stream on Friday. So I may do a long stream just to keep me awake. I don't know. I haven't done it out completely. So yeah, well, thanks everyone for being here. If you haven't got your daily Chivo, grab it now because we're going to be ending soon. I never am ready with a blinking raid. Everyone's playing all kinds of different stuff, so I'm just going to go watch someone, you know, you like, unless someone has a raid idea in the next 10 seconds. But I'm glad that I have been a voice in the background. It's always good. I mean, you know, there's a lot of singing. You're going to suggest someone, but they're ending. Okay, well, if Leaky can't find me one, Leaky's great at finding raids, then we'll just end here. But, as Dan prompted, I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK, and I bid you a good time zone. I'm stealing that one from Leaky as well. Love you all, take care, and be good to yourself. Bye.